Welcome, everybody, to Apex Entertainment in the Crossgates Mall for Flock University. Good. Hey, how's everybody doing? Sam, don't do the bird. Don't do the bird, Sam. It's illegal in at least 43 states, and I'm hoping this is one of them.
Let Sam do the bird.
No,
go
come
ahead,
on.
Sam. Do your thing.
All right, go ahead. Do it one more time. One more time. Do the bird. I don't think he should do the bird. I don't think you should do the bird. My name is Jeff Levack. I am the team president today of the Albany Firebirds, but the man sitting to my right is the head coach, the general manager, talent scout extraordinaire from what I've been hearing around the league. His name is Damon Ware. Just off camera, the big fella, defensive coordinator, Brandon Cisse is in the house. Right next to him, the other big fella, one of the owners, Mike Corda, in the house. Anybody with a glare, he'll pick his head up soon. Don't worry. It will, only half the show that'll happen.
Already. Ooh, shots over the bow.
Well, listen, I got to be clear with you. Mike's been so busy lately working with the league and doing all this stuff. And then, we got that day job of ours over at Belfour Property Restoration, that this is the first time I've seen Mike since, maybe New Year's. I think it's New Year's. I think it's right around then. So it's good to see him. I can't let him know that I missed him. What I mean? That's not good for anybody. We are thrilled to be here at Apex. We love coming to Apex. They always have great specials going on, great people. They take good care of us. The leases are here hitting each other. I told them they have to take it to the bumper cars. There's no actual person-on-person violence. Take it to the bumper cars if you're going to get after it.
There you go.
All right. So there's a lot to go today. A lot of people saying hi. Of course, we can now officially start the show. Nani has checked in. Sorry, I'm late. There she is. So here's there's a lot going on. It's this time of year is always kind of hit or miss for us when we do Flock University. Is it going to be a very busy show? Is it going to be one of those shows where we, just kind of catch up with everybody and then, break bread and move forward? But today there's a lot. So I kind of want to leave it up to you. Where do you want to start? You want to start with additions to the team, things around the league? What do you want to do?
Sure. Let's talk about some of the additions. It's always the exciting time. I'm sure people get tired of me hearing, but every year I feel like I've got a better team than the year before. And I'm real proud about this team. And like I said, we went out to improve the defense. I thought our defense played a lot better last year. But this year it's time to go. And so my expectations are us to have a top 3 defense. We've invested a lot of time, a lot of film study, just a lot of recruiting to find the absolute players that fit the scheme that we want to run this year defensively. I'm super excited about it. But we added a couple new ones. Jaquez Mabin out of Delaware Valley State. He is an absolute stud. If you guys could go up and Google him and take a look at him, he's an absolute stud. He's was leading the nation in sacks and tackles for losses. And, he's a kid that's got an opportunity, obviously, to make it to the NFL at some point. But he's just a phenomenal young man. And he's one of those that have a why, and his family is his why. And so just getting to know him in the recruiting process and hearing his story and just why he got into football originally. And it's all family related. And it's just a very powerful story. Here's a kid that through his, playing for Delaware Valley, he worked a full-time job to help make sure that his family was taken care of. And as soon as I heard some of the stories from one of his coaches, I was like, I want him. You know what I mean? He's a type of kid I know I'll love. He's got a why. He works hard every day. He'll do whatever it takes to make sure his family's taken care of. And I absolutely love those type of kids. And so super excited to bring him in. We also got Daniel, the Threat Williams III.
That's an interesting middle name.
He loves his little nickname, and so I told him I'm not a nickname guy, but I'll throw it out there for him.
As long as somebody else gave it to him.
Right. Exactly.
Anybody who picks their own nickname, I don't know, like Big Grizz or something, that's a little weird.
Interesting stuff. But him, another guy, if you look him up, I mean, he's been to 5 NFL teams. You don't make it to that many teams without being a phenomenal athlete. He's on the cusp. He started games in the XFL. Just a phenomenal kid, and just in getting to know him, every time he calls, it's very deep intellectual conversation about football. And I absolutely, everybody who knows, I love the cerebral guys, and it's about football and how he can be better. What scouts the next level are looking for. What does he need to do this year to get a shot to go back? And, he called me late one night. It might have been 12 o'clock at night. And, everybody knows I don't sleep that much. So he called me as coach. He was like, what's the best position for wide receivers on the team? So I told him, I said, it's this position. Okay, I want to compete for that. And he's like, well, what's a record? And I said, I was like, here's what the record is. I want to break that too. And I love those kind of kids where they know where they want to be. They've got a great deal of passion and they just want to be great. And so I'm super happy for him too. He's another phenomenal athlete that, again, he's on that cusp of getting back to the outside game and making a little bit more money. But we're going to work and have a plan for him to get better. So those are the two really good players that just added over the last week or two. Super excited about those two kids. And training camp's coming right around the corner. So February 20th will be the day our guys report. We'll come in that afternoon, get everybody checked into their housing arrangements. Yes, little Lisa, will be here on February the 20th. So
if we can get like an ankle monitor on you or something, just to know where you are, Lisa, when Wade gets into town, just for everyone's safety. That's all.
But so that's the day we'll embark on this journey. For me, just like I said, every one of these kids is somebody that can look me in the face on a Zoom or tell me, very descriptively over the phone that they want to be an Albany Firebird player. They want to be here in upstate New York, and they want to win. And so that takes special people. It takes guys that really want to work. I know, like I said, we work harder than anybody else, and that's a tough thing. And so talking to these kids, a lot of them, and that's the fun part is if you look at all the kids on last year's team that we brought back that have been in other places, they'll all tell you the same thing is, that's one thing with the Firebirds, you're going to work harder than you do any place else. And I love that when the players can be out there and be politicking. Like I said, Sean Brown, obviously moving back to the UFL, he literally calls as we announce players. He jumps on social media, he gets a hold of them, and he talks to them about just how to deal with me. And like I said, we have such phenomenal players that are loyal to us.
Hold on, time out. I love that Sean does that. But what is he telling them about you? Like, is it, like how tough you are, how to get on your good side? What is the warning or whatever it is that he's using to prep them?
I mean, the basics is just what I expect on a daily basis.
Okay.
It's the work ethic that I look forward to. It's, how do you talk about yourself? It's all those things. And it's just a cool thing. It's when you have that kind of relationship with a player, it's just awesome that I don't tell him to do these things. It's something that he wants to do because he wants to see other players succeed.
That's awesome.
So he helps give them the roadmap. This is how you should talk to coach. This how many times you should call him. This how many times you should come by his office. He gives them a roadmap, and I love that. Now there's going to be guys that'll take his advice, and there's guys that won't. And so the guys that will, those will be guys that'll probably move on at some point over the next couple of years, and the guys that won't, again, it'll be just that simple.
So an IQ test at that point. Like if somebody's going to give you the cheat code and you're not going to use it, well then you're just not bright.
Exactly. So we've got a lot of good players out there that speak highly of us, and all the kids that moved up have, they're out there. They're like a big billboard across the country. They go out there and they tell everybody what it is to be here in upstate New York, how we practice, how we get ready for games, the things that we do. And that's the part that I love the most is when I don't have to say anything, I can call a kid and, oh yeah, so-and-so told me about you guys. And it's like, oh yeah, well, what'd they say? Oh, that you guys work hard and you do this and you do that and you do. And I just love hearing that because that just means we're building something special. The culture that we build here is special. Like I said, having Cisse as the DC this year is going to be special. I've said it many times, just how I watched him attack Hudson Valley Community College that we were at together this year. I mean, he embraced it. I've seen him just work as hard as I've seen him work and be in a position that I just knew, what? I got to have you by my side this year for the Firebirds. And so just all these things that we've gone through over the last year has just been special. Super excited to see what he can do with the defense. We'll get him on here to talk a little bit.
Yeah, why don't you slide in, pull up Collinsworth and slide over. There he is, the big fella, Brandon Cisse, joining us. There's a headset right there for you, sir. You're going to have to stretch it all the way out. That's that Texas Tech cranium right there. You gotta have the little extra space right there. But yeah, I mean, right before the show, Cisse and Mike Corder, the owner, hugged. I'm like, there's 2/3 of our defensive line, coach. Like that's, I mean, can we get you guys both out there like one game, like a celebrity game?
No, not anymore, man. I'm done, man. I'm locked in with Coach.
I'm sorry, Mr. Corda. Sorry, Mr. Corda. Can we do that on a jersey? Can we do Mr. Corda and Coach Cisse on a jersey? And
you know he's going to get a Mr. Porter shirt this year. That's it, guaranteed.
So, all right. So, you know, Cisse is one of those guys. Like the 2018 relaunch of arena football in the Albany market, Cisse was here. 19, he was here. Is that when you got hurt in 19, right?
Yeah, I got a little dinged up in 19, but finished up strong. So
and then back. We have never had a season without Cisse. And I think that should always be the case. It's Cisse season. This is, as the defensive coordinator, is this where is your head at right now? How different is it preparing for this as it was for Hudson Valley, as it was for a player?
It's all about preparation, just getting after it every single day. There's always some room for improvement. I'm very excited for the opportunity. And the things that I will use as far as me getting ready and get prepared for the guys is just be a leader amongst men and make sure that I'm doing what I have to do, being cerebral, and make sure that I have everything lined up and be ready for these guys and give them everything I have as far as keeping them ahead of the game, if you will. And, you know, make sure that we're not just practicing to be practicing, make sure that we're practicing to be dominant and actually try to get better every single week, get prepared for what we all set out to do, and that's win the championship. That's all we're all about, is championships. We fell short last year, and we'll take that lightly. So with this chip on our shoulders, we're definitely going to dominate and let them know that we back. Practice that.
I want to mic both of you up for a practice. Can we do that one time?
As long as it's not going to be broadcast.
Yeah, I had to look at Coach for a minute like,
that had to be like an in-office movie only. Like,
yeah. It's really intense, I'll tell you that much, though.
I'm just in an office for 3 hours. What are you doing? I'm 5 minutes into practice. I've been able to edit 5 minutes worth of practice.
Right.
All right. So we're here live at Apex Entertainment. It's Flock University. I feel so much tougher now that I got both the coaches sitting next to me. Like I'm feeling pretty good. So we got the new guys coming into town. A lot of the guys, like you mentioned, Coach, they're either aspiring to get back outdoors or they're coming directly from outdoors. During training camp, how is there like a learning period to get used to the smaller field, the inside turf?
Oh, of course. I mean, anybody that hasn't played between the walls, there's a learning curve, and you know, a lot of, especially offensively, and that's why it takes our quarterbacks so long to get ready. Is the defenses are just unorthodox. It's not, you know, what you see as a cover two on an outside field is not the cover two that you see inside, and so it takes some time. And so offensively, obviously, with as innovative as we are, as much as we do, as much as we install offensively, it takes time to understand all of those processes, all the nooks and crannies of the offense, all of the adjustments that we make. And that's, you know, that takes some time. And, you know, having guys that have been there and done that it makes camp very fun. Obviously, we've got a lot of returning guys, Markel Wade, Darian Townsend, you know, Isaiah Scott's coming back. So we've got
somebody to have it for.
You know, we've got, you know, obviously Dwayne Brown coming from over from the other team that we must get into the internet battle with. But you know, we've just got some guys that have been there and done that, and so they should be able to lead the room in our meeting times. They should be to lead the room, obviously, as far as practice time. But everybody, if you're new to my system, it's going to take you a while to understand what we do and why we do it, and just the culture and of how we do things on a weekly basis. Again, being here, you're going to work harder. I don't like to give guys a whole lot of free time. I want you engaged in football. I want you participating in something football 7 days a week. And those are just some of the things that I do that might be a little different. I don't, you know, again, the more free time you give off these young men, the more time they have to go think about other things. And I don't want them to think about nothing. I want you to be here for 5 months and think nothing but winning a championship in upstate New York. And so, you know, again, in our coaches' meetings is just continue to talk about that culture of what we have to set each and every day from the first day they come in to the last day we hoist that trophy, what we need to do and what we need to be. And so it's a fun time. Like I said, we've been in deeply into our coaches' meetings and continue to, finalize our last couple things before the guys get here. But it's, I love this time of year. I love recruiting. I love getting the guys, and I love working with the coaches and getting our plans in place and all those things. So I'm, just losing that game last year. It's something that I don't know. I've never felt the way that I feel right now. I've lost games that I felt I was disappointed. I felt, maybe there was something that I could have done better, or we as a group could have done better, but nothing has made me feel with the passion and the desire to be back on the field in that weird game in the mall. It just, everything from start to finish, from leading up to the game, to all the changes that were talked about, to our owners going there early and having to call them every hour, and what's happening, is things changing, is, when should we pull out in the bus? It was just all those things. It was just not a normal week
Can
for
we get
us.
cheerleaders dressed at Hot Topic? What do we?
Like I said, it was just a different thing, and that's no excuses. I absolutely, enjoy Coach Walker. Spent a bunch of time with Coach Walker when we were in Chicago. I think he's just an awesome guy. Talking, him and Coach Art Bett, obviously talking about some of their San Jose days, and those guys were just phenomenal coaches. And I, again, love to hang out with those guys and get to know them a little bit better. And so again, I think they're a great franchise. But at the end of the day, I just can't wait to see them again. It's the competitor side of me. It's competitor side of our players. Those of us that were there, and we know how disappointing it was, just all the little challenges of the game. We just can't wait to get back on the field because we feel that we let greatness get away from us. And so that's what this is about. This is, our tagline this year is flocked in.
Yep.
We're flocked in.
Yep.
I mean, we are not going to let any I not be dotted, not T crossed. We're going to, and we know what it feels like now to miss the mark by just a little bit. And so we just can't do that this year. We're going to work hard to make sure that doesn't happen. We got a phenomenal football team. I mean, every year I probably say the same thing, but this team is better than last year, and I know it is. And so every year we just get a little better, sitting down with the coaching staff, making sure we have exactly what we want at every position. I'm super excited for training camp. This is going to be a fun time, and I can't wait to get started.
One of the things you said right there, Coach, as we are live here at Apex Entertainment, is you said you can't wait to see, Billings again. You can't wait to whatever. As part of what I believe is the most viewed coaches show in all of AF1, maybe all of arena football, because I know, like, we got Defense Line Kid, we got the Leases, we got the Nelson family. We obviously have Billings watching. We appreciate your viewing. It only makes us feel better to know that owner Stephen Titus, Coach, you're all watching. We appreciate that. I appreciate you taking the time to make me part of your social media. I really do. I think it was great that you put me in there, your little cute video. It probably plays really well in your mall office. Oddly enough, you have an office in the mall. We played a game in a mall, and you won it. I mean, coincidence? I think not. The bottom line is, I think you're a great team. I think you're great guys. I think we're a greater team, and I know these are greater guys. I'm just saying what I want, what I believe, and I believe the flock is strong. I'm not. I'd be more worried about the flock than a bunch of outlaws. I'm just saying. So listen, you guys wanted me. You wanted me to pay attention. You got my attention. I hope you enjoy it, because I ain't going nowhere, and I'm gonna keep coming for you. So your game is between the lines, between the boards. My game is on here. So let's go. Let's talk more. Let's talk more about that game. Let's talk more about what didn't go right for us. But let's really, really get excited about what is potentially going to be a spotlight game for the AF1. And you wanted on the marquee, and now you're here. Good luck.
I'm just glad they're coming here. They haven't got to experience a game here in the Capital Region, and I'm just excited that we can give them some hospitality. So
yeah. Say, what kind of hospitality are we fixing to give?
Like I was saying all year, it's all about redemption. So to each his own. Like I said, between the lines, it's war. I'm gonna prepare my guys for the same situation. Like I say, it's nothing nice about this game we play. If you ask me, it's controlled violence. So we'll be very violent. We'll be at an attacking defense, and we're going to be ready. I guarantee that.
I love it. I honestly think the quiet Cisse scares me more than the loud Cisse. Like, I think it kind of is more frightening. Like, you know what I mean? Like what did he say? Doesn't matter. Just leave.
Man, poised and focused. As you know, being up under Coach Ware, watching him get ready for a great season, preparation and things like that. You have to be able to control those emotions and use that as a fire to get better and better every single day. Not just as a coach, but as a man in general. So I've learned a lot from him, and I'm using those tactics, man. And it's going to be definitely some controlled violence going on.
Like controlled violence. I'm all about it. That's it. All right. So so just if you don't know what's going on, our friends at Billings put together a cute little video, and I'm excited for it. I like it. I got sick of only talking trash to John Chaney in Orlando. It's nice to have some people to talk to, in Billings, Montana. I'm sure there's a lot for them to do besides talk trash to me. I mean, I don't know if they ride like horses or whatever. I only know Yellowstone. I think that's all anybody knows from Montana, right? Is Yellowstone. And Kevin Costner's not even in Yellowstone anymore. So how relevant is Montana? All right. So on that side note, please make sure everybody follows, likes, and comments on Arena Football One, all the social medias, even the LinkedIn, because what I would like to show all these teams who the flock is and who the flock they aren't. So if you guys could just like everything Arena Football One, Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, Snap, whatever. I don't care. If you see Arena Football One, like it, interact with it, and then talk smack to the other teams, please. Especially Billings. Stephen Titus bought me dinner once. I would return it, but it's too late. I already did. So I'm very, very fired up. So make sure we want to be the most dominant entity on Arena Football One everywhere. We want the flock to take it over. These guys are going to handle the on-field. We have to handle everything else. I want them to know they have lost before they get on the plane. That's what I want, okay? Or wagon train, whatever you do from Billings. I don't know what it's going to – like, is it you get dysentery still when you come from Billings? I don't know. Is that Oregon Trail or just whatever? All right. Let's do the there is a big announcement everybody's been waiting for. So, Coach, do you want to have at it?
All right. Can we get a drum roll?
Defense line kids ready to go.
All right. The moment that we've all been waiting for. Season tickets will go on sale starting tomorrow. Okay.
Let's go. Yes. So starting tomorrow, you'll have your opportunity to buy your season tickets. Obviously this is it's going to be a quick run. So between now and February 27th, you got to get your tickets. They will be held for you. If you're a season ticket holder, you have until February 27th to get your tickets. If you don't get them before February 27th, they'll be open to the public. We're giving you, because the next day, single game tickets go on sale. So, obviously there's been a ramp up, but with Vice TV coming in and all that fun stuff. Oh, hey, Steven. Hi, Steven. Hi, Mr. Titus. It's good to see you. I do love you. You're fun, but can't wait. Oh, I'm sorry. He goes, it must come from wearing championship rings. I left my 3 at home. I only want the next one. We really, really want you guys to get your tickets. We're excited. We got to pack the MVP arena. Season tickets will be available starting tomorrow, like Coach said. Make sure you get them. Don't miss out. We didn't raise prices. We didn't do it. We kept everything where it was. We wanted to make sure that you guys could get your seats, your tickets, because we are your team. I'm just saying. I love that this is the predominant show. I mean, I'm just saying, it's obvious. Cisse looking at me talking trash like I need to grow up is something I'm sorry. I know you on the field, bro. I know. Are we excited about season tickets finally? Like, ready? We ready to go? Let's do it. I'm ready.
Now's our time to pack the nest. Now time. Let's get it going. It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a fun ride. And last year, did we not have the most exciting football games in upstate New York?
Oh, heck yeah.
We had the funnest games at home. Like, if you missed any of our games last year, you missed out. Those of you that even left early in the West Texas game, you missed the most exciting finish in the history of the game. We had that much fun last year. Get your tickets. Games are going to be super fun. We're going to be a super focused team with great players, great character guys, great guys to have around in the Capital Region. Come out, support the guys. Flock Nation obviously is doing a great job of putting together all of the things for the guys coming in. That's exciting. So February 20th, guys will start coming into town. It's going to be an exciting time. Get your tickets. Let's go. Let's pack this house up. love to see us back at that 10,000 range and having this be in a hostile environment. Obviously, upstate New York, this is the mecca of football, and we want everybody here to see it. So.
And in the interest of, well, I do see a question from Mary. Are they going to, I'm sorry, this is from Paul. Are we going to call season ticket holders from last season? Hey, everybody who had season tickets last season, they go on sale tomorrow. There, we just did. Mary, not just former season ticket holders, everybody who wants to buy season tickets, former season ticket holders, the guys from last year, everybody from last year, those tickets aren't available to anyone else until after. But because of the speed in which it's not going to be a deposit situation, we need them paid in full. We need to move forward by the 27th. So come in, buy your tickets, and you know, we'll make sure your seats are ready. We'll make sure everything's good for you. These guys will make sure the game is great for you. I would Jessica said, well, do they have to call the officer? Will they calling you? I would call us. I would go to Firebirds AF1.com and I would start calling us. I'd start leaving messages on the ticket line tonight and Joe Nair will start calling you first thing tomorrow morning as soon as he can. So I would message Jane Nair, JNARE at FirebirdsAF1.com. Get on his radar right away. Don't miss out. Make that young man work his little fingers off tomorrow. I mean, let's get after it, and we'll get you guys called back and everything like that. I wouldn't wait. I would get him now. I wouldn't play around. This is going to be a magical season. Like you said, every game was an instant classic last year. Every single game. And this is the roster. I've got friends that are in other like outdoor leagues, stuff like that, who are calling me up going, okay, so Ware's abducting these guys, right? There's no way you could sign this roster. Like no one should be able to sign this much talent. And it's like some of the guys that I'm learning about through these guys, like guys who, you know, call D3 football, guys who call, you know, the UFL are like, dude, how are you getting these guys? What are you doing? I was like, well, you know, I work very hard and then I stay the hell out of Coach Ware's way.
Favorite time. Just recruiting is just my favorite piece. It's deciding what we're going to be and then finding the pieces that fit. And I love this process. It's fun to get to know people. It's, you know, we have these long conversations and get to know all you know, everything about them and their families and everything. It's just a fun time is to get to understand everybody's whys and what they're trying to do with their careers and what their goals are. And it's a fun time. I love this process. And, but it's even funner once training camp starts. It's a ton of work. Training camp is a brutal time. It's, for coaches, we're working 20, 21 hours and go to sleep a couple hours and we're right back at it. But it's the funnest time in the world. You're walking around with a, you know, thermos of coffee all day, but it's the funnest time. Can't wait. We got some interns that'll be a part of us. Raymond Ray is going to be an offensive intern and Brian Lewis is going to be a defensive intern. So those guys are coming on board.
I met Brian the other
day. So they're doing a phenomenal job of getting acclimated to what it's like to be part of a professional team. So just fun times. And it's, you know, I love people that want to learn. Obviously, again, you know, I'm the professor. I want to teach. And so, you know, we get in the conference room, we shut the door, we turn the lights off, get the film on, and we learn. And it's fun to just see, you know, the eyes get bright of these guys that haven't been a part of professional football and just what they learned to what it takes to do it at this level and how much effort that we put into it. So super excited. Every year, one of our interns has made it to a higher level from their internship here. Almost every year we've had somebody move up. Last year's intern, Jordan Gooch, is now part of our staff. And so
awesome. Every
year, one of our interns either moves up in the ranks with us or moves on to another team. And so we've got a great track record. That's another thing that's just important to me is helping young coaches. I had a mentor originally, rest in peace, Mr. John Pounder, that just taught me so much about the game my first year, and that catapulted me to do things that I wouldn't have done otherwise. And so that's what I try to do for the young coaches, you know, Cisse and Hobbs and, you know, again, the people that have been here before. I want to just give you the right way to do it. So if I start you with the right formula, the ceiling for you is just astronomical. And so can't wait, you know, to continue to get started with these young coaches and help them out and start their careers right. But our whole coaching staff is working so hard right now. It's really a phenomenal group of people.
It is funny because Ray is a bit of a smack talker. And all of a sudden he's like, you don't want to know we go through these meetings. It's crazy. It's nonstop. It's everything. You don't want to be there. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I love to learn. I don't need that much, so I'm all right. I'll stay in my lane. I'll stay over here. Yeah, it's amazing, and the energy and the intensity, and this is going to be a special year. Like you had said earlier, everything from Jeff Fisher, the commissioner, and the league down to the our ownership, our office, our interns. Sam's back. I mean, he never left.
Sam on the street,
and it was cheap. It was cheaper to keep him than change the lock. But Sam is. Don't do the bird. No, but it's the family's growing. Like it's really like.
Sure.
It's not. Cisse said it, and it's stuck in my brain ever since I heard you say it. I don't have friends. Friends let you down. I have family.
That's right.
And the family's
I
growing.
like that.
Absolutely, man.
like that
Absolutely, man.
That's except for me, my family actually lets me down a lot. But that's different conversation. All right, so we're gonna go to questions from the flock. Anything you guys want to know, we're in for it. We'll tell you what we'll answer whatever questions we can answer. You coming up here to ask? All right, come on up. What do you got? We got defense sign kid in his knockoff 17 jersey. Yes. So when is the schedule coming out? I will tell you this. The schedule is prepared, but we are big fans of the way the league is coming together, and the league has an unveiling. It will be very soon. It will be very, very soon. I don't want since I've taken shots at my buddy Steven Titus and I listen, this ain't Orlando, okay? I ain't gonna tell you stuff I'm not supposed to tell you. I ain't wearing a Hawaiian shirt and I'm not getting that kind of crazy. You got another one? You want to yell it? Oh, okay. All right. Any other questions from the flock here in the house? No. I see the Nelson.
When
family,
is
but no
Wade going to
Ben.
be here? I got you.
When is
Lisa.
Wade?
He'll be here on February the 20th. Be here in the afternoon. We'll get him checked into his housing, and then you can, start getting a hold of him. All right. Next.
You mentioned interns, so Nick, who's our game day ops director, Sam Soder, Mile. We got a few returning. Let's go. The family's growing. Steve Lousbury, Father Flocker, wants to know when tryouts are going to be.
Due to some of the changes, I'm leaning towards canceling the tryout. Right now, we've got a good enough football team. I'm not the type just to hold a tryout just to have one. I'm probably going to cancel the tryout just because of how well we've done with the recruiting. It might not be necessary to have it. And I don't want anybody to make plans to fly in and come for spots that aren't there. So I'm just never going to be that type of guy. So I will have that decision by Friday afternoon. So by tomorrow afternoon or Saturday, or tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, by Friday. By Friday afternoon, I'll know if I'm going to hold the trial or not.
All right. Off the wall wants to know burnt orange in the uniform making a comeback. I will. I mean, he's shaking his old orange uniform. I will repeat what we've already said to you, but the uniforms this season, a little bit of a collab, but the coolest thing we've ever done. The coolest uniforms, I think, in the history of the Albany market. And that's saying something.
They came out gorgeous, and as soon as we get them,
you're gonna be the judge of that.
The order's in, everything's in process. As soon as we get them here on the ground, we'll do the jersey reveal, and I think everybody's gonna love this year's uniforms.
Yeah, mother flocker, open scrimmage, everything's moving fast. Like, so there will be one.
You will definitely. I'll announce the date on that probably on our next show or in the near future. But I have the date already set on the schedule. We will announce that scrimmage day. It'll be open to all of the season ticket holders. Another reason for you to get your season tickets, you get to come to events that nobody else gets to come to. But last year we had a great, it was packed. There was a great deal of people came to watch our final scrimmage. And that was the day we cut down to our mandatory roster. So you'll get that same opportunity this year. It'll be our final scrimmage of camp. You'll get to come in and see the final battles, get to see the best of the best, compete it out for those last spots. And super excited, and hopefully we can pack the house again for that as well.
Father Flocker, you guys just going back and forth now. Why didn't you come to the thing? You know what I mean? Why didn't you come to Apex?
All right,
He wants jersey reveal. They're actually in production right now. So as soon as we have one, and it's Sweat, Sacrifice, Success, which was when we were running the Empire before Crazy Pants was in town. That's the company we always used. So, and they're the ones who make the fan jerseys. They're a great company. So as soon as he has one that he can get to us, he'll get it to us, and we'll do the reveal. Will the scheme remain the same? You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait and see. I'm telling you,
Can't give it away, or it'll.
It's we're not the kind of people that just go crazy with doing stupid stuff on the jerseys and stuff. Like, I'll give you a really dated reference. This ain't gonna be a Theo Huxtable shirt. It's gonna be really good. Thank you for being the person who got that. It's just please. I know I want to wear one.
This is the home opener.
I mean, right? Make everybody wait till then.
Be there.
T-shirts and apparel. Lenny wants to know. We are working with the league and setting everything back up the right way. We had everything rolling for a little bit. We will have stuff soon. That's one I'm working on. Actually, can I shove that one off to the CEO? No, not yet. Okay. There's a lot, man. There's a lot going on. It's going to be fast. Helmets, they're going to be very similar to what they were last year, if not the same. Right?
We'll have the same helmets this year.
Okay. There's all right. So I want to point this out. So Father Flocker is a diehard Steelers fan. He also listens to the Fox Sports radio show that I do. He bet me a 12-pack of C4 energy drinks that they would get to 11 wins, like 5-6 weeks ago. So that's why he's really not here. He says his furnace died. The truth is, I have never lost a beverage bet. I never will lose a beverage bet. I am undefeated, and my man, you owe me 12 C4s. I'm just saying. You want Flock support my fridge is what I want. So that's the truth. That's why he's not here, my friends. That's what's going on. Man, will games be on YouTube? I don't believe in the first run, especially not the Vice games. If you're Vice, you're not going to pay for a game to give people multiple options to watch it. There's a lot, man. You guys are going crazy. Is the kicker back? We will have a kicker.
Got a great kicker. Henry Nell is our kicker. You will have recognized him from he kicked in for West Texas until they folded, and then he went on to kick for the Mass Pirates in the other league, who made it to the championship game. And he is a phenomenal kicker, and he's from South Africa, but he lives in the state of New York, and so he's I think he's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. He lives, so he is a New Yorker. Him and his wife will be a great part of the family. So yes, we have a great kicker. I'm super excited about him coming in.
I love this one from Dave. Listen, arena needs to hurry up. Every time I drive past the arena, my daughter, which is 6, says, "When is Inside Football coming back?" Also, I need to troll the visitors like I do all the time. #Flock Nation. Listen, she's not more excited than we are. I'm sorry. We're ready. Like it's definitely time. We gotta get after it. Nani would like one of the helmets so that when she rides on the Harley, she can wear the Firebirds helmet. Just, I don't know.
She actually likes riding Harley. That's I would have never thought that. I'm a avid motorcycle rider. So, but yeah, every time I jump on the Harley, she loves to jump on the back and cruise around. So, unfortunately, we didn't get to take it. I don't think I took it out one time this past year. Just too busy. Going from Firebirds football to HBCC, left about 3 days in between. So I think I rode it one day. I went and charged the battery up and rode maybe about 30 minutes, and that was about it. So maybe next year.
Yeah, well, or somebody makes an offer, and
right, or somebody makes an offer.
And
my Harley's a gorgeous bike, and
it is a nice bike.
So if anybody gave me an offer, I couldn't refuse. Just give me a call. I'll send you my pictures.
Is Flock you going back to Wednesdays?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Wednesdays work the best for everybody here. We know that Steve Billings is available. Steve Titus and Billings is available to watch on Wednesdays. We don't want him
You spoke. We did listen. I heard a bunch of people had messaged me and were like, "Oh no, we really going to stay Thursdays. Wednesday's perfect." And so we moved it back to Wednesday. We do listen. So again, if you guys throw out some ideas or send me messages. I'll always listen. If it's a good idea, we'll go with it. So we're back on Wednesdays.
By the way, the bike is not for sale. No, we keeping it.
All right. Well, hey,
so there you go.
for sale.
Done.
Right.
Off you guys missed your chance. I tried to hook somebody up with a beautiful Harley. All right, that is that. I think it's time for us all to break some bread, maybe have some burgers here at Apex, maybe a nice cold beverage or so. He is the defensive coordinator, the star. Like it always baffles my mind that you played at Texas Tech because that's such a big program that explains why you have the cardio to play defense and now to coach it. Brendan Cisse, everyone.
Thank you guys so much.
The professor, the head coach, the general manager. It's the best damn uniform designer there is. Damon Ware. The boss and Mr. Corda. The Quartas. He said I was number one. I am the team president for now. They keep taking responsibilities away from me because there's a smart organization. My name is Jeff Levack. How dare
Mr.
you?
Reasons.
How dare you? I have
Mr.
feelings.
Reasons.
I know. That's it. By the way, next week, if we get to do anything, it'll be a quick over the internet Flock U. He's coaching a college all-star game.
Be in Miami in shorts and t-shirt. Thank God it has been so cold here. So I'll be shorts and t-shirt next week. Thank you.
And
Excited.
I have an obligation. I have to go on a cruise to the Bahamas. It's nobody. I know. I mean, it's a sacrifice.
Gotta do it. Right.
It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for everyone. And then as soon as I'm back, we'll hammer down and we'll get after it again. Everybody, thank you so much. Hey, how about a round of applause for the Flock? You guys travel. We appreciate you.
Hey.
Appreciate you very much. Can't end an episode of Flock University with those two simple words. 1, 2, 3. Flock you.